Hello, everyone. What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Josh. I'm your push coach, and I am so pumped to be here tonight for the recruiting masterclass. I hope you guys are excited to be here with me. I see tons of you already on here. What's up, Wendy? What's up, Leslie? What's up, Steph? Please make sure as you get on, drop a hello. Let me know where you're from so I give you a quick little shout out as we're going. We've already got, I think, 370 people on live. It's going up basically every minute. My name is Josh. I'm your push coach. I'm a member of the John Maxwell team. Also do tons of training and mentoring for people all over the globe who are doing especially network marketing, but any type of online entrepreneur. So excited to be with you here tonight, guys. Here we go. We got Kyla. Marilyn, Tammy. I'm going to try to catch some of you. Autumn, Christina, Heather. What's up? Lynn, Dana. Everybody's here ready to have a good time tonight. I am going to teach you how to become a rock star recruiter. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. I host free webinars usually every single month, and usually it's just all hype, all energy, all life. We're still going to have that. We're still going to have the push coach side of Josh, but because tonight's a workshop, it's a masterclass workshop, we're actually going to have a little bit of time for some kind of like questioning, coaching, implementation time. So I'm super pumped for that. All I'm getting is chat. Jen is not seeing the video. Somebody help Jen out. Tell her what to do. You guys know that I have my own technical difficulties. I don't know what to tell her to do. What's going on, everybody? Somebody help her out in the chat, though. Let's see if we can figure this out. Hey, from Idaho. What's up, Micah? What's up? Hey, Jenny, Allison, Katie. I hope you guys are ready because tonight I've got some really good stuff. I've actually been working for the last 2 weeks on tonight's presentation. I wanted to make sure, here's the thing, I want to respect your time. There's so much to learn about recruiting, but I really want to respect your time tonight and really narrow this down. If we're going to do a workshop on a Thursday night, you guys have family, you have so many things going on. JMT DNA, what's up, Robin? You guys have so many things going on. I wanted to kind of mash down as much as I could into, I'm going to try to make this less than an hour, to run you through how to become an intentional recruiter, to change over your entire business. Tonight is going to be a night. Let me tell you, let me look you right in the eyeball and tell you this. Tonight is going to be a night that changes your life forever. If you're someone that's been struggling, or you're someone who maybe is not struggling, maybe you're pushing hard and you're going, but you just need an extra boost in your step, whatever it is. Tonight, I'm believing that you're going to hear what you need to hear, that something is going to be sparked in your mind, that something's going to be sparked in your heart, that you are going to get what you need. You're going to go on from tonight to do some freaking awesome stuff with your business. So let's get started. I don't want to waste all of your guys' time with intro. We got 446 people live, 2,900 registered. So I'm sure we'll have people rolling in over the next couple of minutes. But first of all, as you guys know, I love to do giveaways on my webinars. Love to do giveaways. This is your first time here. You don't know how this goes. Everyone else does. What I need you to do is during this webinar, okay, I want you to take a shot of what you see, okay? Take a screenshot or take some type of a selfie with me in the background, okay? Take a selfie with me in the background, grab you a fun angle, whatever, or just take a screenshot of what you see. And I want you to post on social media, either on Facebook or Instagram, with your favorite quote from tonight. Now, you want to get this done before the end because what happens is my assistant, Jay Rink, goes in and he looks through all the posts and he picks his favorite one. So you got to impress Jay Rink. He likes a little humor, okay? I'll tell you this. The more stupid you can make me look, the more he's going to enjoy it and get a good laugh out of it and probably have a good chance to win, okay? So have a good time with it. I don't get offended. I love that crap, okay? So take a picture of what you see or take some type of screenshot with me in the background. I want you to put your favorite quote, and I want you to post it on either Instagram or Facebook, okay? And you got to tag me, okay? I'm Josh Coates Push Coach, okay? So on Instagram, it's Josh Coates _ Push Coach. Josh Coates _ Push Coach. On Facebook, you can just put @ Josh Coates Push Coach, okay? Either way, you tag me on either Facebook or Instagram. He'll be checking on both of them. And then I want you to use my hashtag. Many of you know this, but it's hashtag Let's Puke Together. Hashtag Let's Puke Together. I wear it on my wrist. You go, Josh, that's a weird thing to say. Well, this is what I push people to do. I push people to set goals that are so big So big, they make you want to throw up. And I always say, if the goal ain't big enough to make you throw up, then you ain't really pushing yourself. And my mission is to push entrepreneurs to reach their full potential. Somebody over here in the chat, let me know that everything's okay. I see a couple people saying that they can't see me, and I just want to make sure everything's okay. Maybe a couple people having technical difficulties. Let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me while I grab me a little sippy sip of some Energize. Over here on the right, let me know. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Okay, you guys can see me. Good. Okay, so just a quick reminder, and then let's dive in. Picture of what you see, screenshot, whatever, however you want to do it. Hashtag, let's puke together. Tag me at Josh Coates Push Coach. Okay, let's dive in, guys. The recruiting masterclass is going down right now. I should have set my phone to where it wouldn't lock. So here's the thing. First of all, we got to start with the why. We always start with the why before the what. Why is recruiting so crucial to business? Why can't we, I feel like there's two different things here. Why can't we just become better leaders and just help the people we already have? I hear people all the time. If it gets frozen, try hit and refresh. That happens sometimes. I hear people all the time say, I've got some coaches and I really feel like I just need to work on my leadership. I've got some recruits. I've got some reps. I've got this downline, whatever it is you call it in your company. Everybody calls it something different. You've got these recruits. And you think if you could just become good enough of a leader, you could help these people take off. And if those people would take off, you could become successful. Here is the problem. Here's the problem with that kind of thinking. You don't understand the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule is a universal law that says that 20% of our people give us 80% of our results. Let me say that again. 20% of our people give us 80% of our results. Any job you've ever worked, I promise you there were 20% of the people there doing 80% of the work. The other 80% of the people sit around goofing off watching the other 20%. 20% of Americans consume 80% of the alcohol. If you go to a basketball or football game, 20% of the people there spent the majority of the money. People up in the, I'm not talking about the nosebleeds. I'm talking about the people up in the VIP seats paying like $1,000 a ticket. 80% of the revenue from that one game came from 20% of the people that spent a crap ton of money. The 80-20 rule applies everywhere, and that includes in network marketing. And most of you that I'm talking to tonight, since it is a recruiting class, are in network marketing. And here's what I need you to understand. This is about to blow your mind if you've never heard this before. When you think you have 10 reps. Now that sounds like a decent team. If I've got 10 people under me, if I could just train these 10 people and get all 10 people to work just as hard as I do, I could be successful. And you know what? You are absolutely right. If, and that's a really big fat if you could get all 10 of those people to work just as hard as you, you're absolutely right. You could be really successful. But the 80-20 rule says that only 20% of those people will actually work their business at all. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that in the multi-level marketing realm, it's not even an 80-20 rule. I have talked to many of my clients who are big-time recruiters, big-time earners in the multi-level marketing business. And we all agree that in network marketing, because the skin in the game is so little, because so little is required to actually get into the business, we're actually looking at a 90-10 rule. It's not an 80-20, it's a 90-10, meaning 10% of your people bring you 90% of your results. Because for most of you to get into your company, it doesn't actually cost much more, if anything more, than it does to get in as a customer. Which means there's no skin in the game. Which means they didn't put any skin in the game. They're less likely to actually show up and follow through. So when you think you have 10 recruits, you really have one. Now, how many people, if you just had one recruit, would say, man, if I could just become an incredible leader and help this one person, I could make millions of dollars. Nobody's ever said that about helping one person. But that's the problem, is I see so many people who've got 10 recruits. They think the solution is to become the greatest leader on the planet. Now, here's the thing. I'm not against leadership. I'm a part of the John Maxwell team. John Maxwell's #1 leadership guru on the planet. But the first step to leadership, according to John Maxwell in his book, Becoming a Person of Influence, he says, model, motivate, mentor, multiply. Number one is model, and it is the foundation of everything you'll ever do as a leader. As a leader, I've always said your greatest responsibility is to produce. If you don't model the right behaviors, you will not have the right to motivate or mentor anyone, which means you'll never multiply. You can write those 4 M's down. They're magical. I love them. Model, motivate, mentor, multiply. If you don't model, you can't motivate. You'll have no one to mentor, and therefore there will be no multiplication. Meaning you have to consistently do the things you tell other people to do. If you're not recruiting anybody, your recruits won't recruit anybody. The number one way to become an incredible leader is to take the steps to model the right behaviors over and over and over. And one of the right behaviors is recruiting. So if you think you can just become an incredible leader, here's the problem is in your head, you think leadership is motivating and mentoring, but you missed the very first most important step, which is modeling. It is the foundation that the entire house is built on. And you can become the most incredible motivator and mentor on the planet. If you remove the foundation, the entire house falls apart. Some of you think, well, I don't need to recruit anymore. I'm just going to become a good leader. That's because you don't understand what leadership is. Leadership is continuing to recruit while you also become a good motivator and mentor. And let me just say, if you would just model the right behaviors, motivating and mentoring would come along the way. How can you mentor someone to do something you've never done? You can't. The more you model, I promise you, you will develop leadership skills along the way. You cannot ever remove modeling from the equation. And for most of you, you have used it as a cop-out to never learn how to model at all. Most of you have decided, well, if I just become a better leader, when really what you're trying to do, you're trying to cop out of doing the things that you're telling everyone else to do. And you think if you become a good motivator and a good mentor, you'd never have to recruit again, and that's bullcrap. You don't get to sit around in the corner office motivating and mentoring while you tell everyone else to go recruit. You must become a master of recruiting if, number one, you want to have a big enough team to lead, and if, number two, you ever want to duplicate yourself into others. So that's why tonight is so important. Tonight is about to change your life. I hope it's already changed your life by just fixing something up here that's saying, you know what? I've been sitting on the bench trying to coach the team, and that's not how this works. I need to get out on the court. I need to get out on the field and play. So let's talk about how to become an awesome recruiter. You ready for it? Number one, you need to have, and some of you have heard me say this many, many times, but I gotta say it again because this is one of the most powerful parts of being a recruiter. Number one, you gotta have a rock star mindset. Write it down, all caps, underline it, exclamation marks, rock star recruiter, rock star mindset. Write it down, rock star mindset. I'm just gonna keep chugging away here. I'll get a really dry throat. Rockstar mindset. This is what I want you to write down underneath that as a subtitle. This is something I said the other day on a call, and I said, I like that. I need to throw that in the webinar. I don't need them. They need me. Write that down. I don't need them. They need me. Number one problem I see with people when it comes to offering the opportunity or selling or trying to approach people. I took a survey within the webinar when you guys were registering, and I think 43% of you, by far the number one answer, said you don't know how to approach and find people. The number one wrong thing with your approach is approaching people like you need them. I had someone actually message me the other day, message me like 5 different times trying to recruit me. You guys may have seen him in the event. He was in the event trying to answer everyone's questions, trying to recruit me to some business that he does, and the dude wouldn't stop hassling me. He just kept messaging me, and then he hit me up on Facebook. The dude hit me up like 10 times without me ever responding, which says to me this guy really, really, really needs me. And if he really needs me that bad, I'm sorry, but you start looking like a used car dealer. And I don't want to talk to car dealers. Now, when I drive into a car dealership, I drive around in my car until I find the car that I want. And then I walk in and I say, that's the car I want. Now let's just be done with this. I don't want to talk to them. Why? Because they're annoying. Now, here's the thing. Some of you, number one, are too annoying because you hassle people 100 times. But honestly, most of you are the exact opposite. Most of you are actually scared to death that you are annoying people by sending one message. You are so scared that you are going to annoy someone, that you are going to offend someone, that you are going to be that guy that I'm talking about. And 99% of you have never been that person, and you're scared to death. You are so scared of being the used car salesman that you won't talk to anyone at all because of what Jennifer said right there, fear of rejection. But here's what I need you to understand. If you are in network marketing, I'm trusting, regardless of what company you work for, regardless of what products you sell, I'm trusting that you found a company that has changed your life. Chances are the company that you found has given you hope, has given you purpose, has given you something that you can call your own. Many of you were people who were just going through life, had kind of lost yourself in this thing called adulting, had lost yourself in this thing called parenting, had lost yourself in the mix and didn't have anything to call your own. In fact, many of you on this call are moms who lost your identity to being a mom and being a wife, being a spouse. If you're like me as a husband, I was working so many jobs, like I was just working like crazy to just try to keep my head above the water, to just try to stay ahead, to just try to keep afloat. And I signed up for what I do because I saw an opportunity to have meaning and purpose. Here's what I need you to understand about recruiting is they need you. You don't need them. You found your purpose. You're good. Whether people join you or not, you know exactly what you love. You know what your purpose is. You have found it, and you should be happy. But they need you because they haven't found their purpose yet. And you have an opportunity you can give them that could change their life forever. I wake up every single day, every single post that I make, every single call that I get on. This is my fifth call today. I don't know. It's been a lot of calls today. I get on every single call and I say to myself, my job is to push these people to reach their full potential. I don't need them. They need me. And I don't say that in an arrogant, cocky way. I say it because I understand the significance of everything that I do. It has the power to change someone's life. And when you are a rock star, you aren't worried about what everyone else in the world thinks about you. You show up on stage ready to change the world. You are unapologetically you. Have you ever heard a musician apologize for the style of music they play? Have you ever noticed that there's just like millions of genres? I've never heard someone get up and say, man, I'm really sorry if this genre offends you. At the end of the day, there are genres that offend a lot of people. They don't care. That's what they do, and they do it. Next one, going along with having a rock star mindset, is that when you are a rock star, you reset each day for every new stage and for every new audience. How many of you have ever failed before? How many of you ever posted on social media and got 1 or 2 likes and it was embarrassing? How many of you ever messaged a bunch of people and got ignored by all of them? How many of you have ever then taken that rejection and taken it into your next post and your next conversation? How many times have you taken one day's failure and you took that failure into the next day? I actually played in a band and we traveled around. I actually played music for like 12 years, but the last couple of years of that was traveling around the country playing. And I remember one specific night we played a show, horrible. The worst show we've ever played. Literally, the power went out on my pedals. So I didn't have a way to tune my guitar. I didn't have a way to have my overdrive or my delay. It sounded like crap. We had some other technical difficulties on stage. It was horrible. But the very place in a small town in Oklahoma, and literally played the greatest show of our night. We freaking rocked the whole place out. The whole place was going crazy, going wild. It was incredible. The only reason the next night was so good was because we took that first night, we brushed it off. We said, new stage, new crowd, new night, let's go. If you want to be a rock star, you got to learn right now, you're going to make so many mistakes. And you got to find a way to say, new stage, new crowd, new day, over and over and over. If one post sucks, who cares? Brush it off, make another post. If one person ignores you, who cares? Brush it off, message another person. Regardless of what failures you have, you got to show up for the next event, because guess what? Your next concert could be the one you get your break. So you got to show up for every post, for every conversation, for every, if you're doing in-person parties or vendor stuff, whatever, you got to show up for every single one like it's the one where you could get your break. Now, last thing I want you to write down under Rockstar Mindset is I want you to expect people to be excited to hear from you. Now, let me ask you this. If your favorite rock star, pop star, rap, hip hop, whatever, if your favorite star messaged you right now, how many of you would be excited? Raise your hand. Throw it over here. Come on, show me in the comments. How many of you would be excited if you got a message right now from your idol? Would you be excited? Absolutely, you would be excited. You would be ecstatic. You'd go freaking crazy. You would take a screenshot of it and you would post it on social media. It would be on your Insta stories. It would be on Facebook. It would be on Snapchat. It would be on Twitter. It would be everywhere in the world, correct? Would any of you be offended? Would any of you be like, man, they're probably just trying to sell me their new record. How dare they message me? They just want to sell something. No one would ever think that. You got to go into every single message and you got to say, here's the thing. I have a purpose. I know what I'm about. I know what I'm doing. And people should be excited to hear from me. When you are a rock star, you're not worried about what other people think of you. You assume they're just excited to hear from you. You have to have a rock star mindset and be a little scared because Adriana's idol is dead. So yes, that would be very scary if you got a message from them. Probably don't respond to that message. Okay, so workshop part. We're going to teach a little bit, do a little workshop, okay? I want you to write this question down or just answer it. In what area of your business are you holding back from being a rock star? And I'm going to type it in here for you. In what area, and I apologize if that's a little noisy listening to me type, of your biz are you holding back from being a rock star? Answer that question for me. In what area of your biz are you holding back from being a rock star? Write it down. And you can totally put it over here in the chat too. Absolutely. Put it over here. I love it. Okay, we're owning up to some stuff tonight. We're going to own up to some stuff. We're going to face some stuff head on, and then we're going to make some changes, okay? Now, next one, okay? Here's what I want you to do. What is an affirmation you can do to remind yourself daily to be a rock star in that area? What is an affirmation? Now, an affirmation is something you say out loud to train and program yourself to believe a specific thing. And what affirmation can you use to remind yourself daily to be a rock star? And let me give you an example. If you're saying inviting, Josh, I am not showing up as a rock star in my invites. I need to talk to people like I'm a rock star and I need to get over my fears. I want you to say something like this every single day before every message that you send. I want you to say something like this. I have found something that has changed my life forever. And I would be selfish not to offer this to more people. So today, I'm going to invite like a rock star because I have value that could change their lives forever. They're going to be excited to hear from me. You start saying things like that over and over and over, day after day after day. I promise you, You give it 6 weeks, you give it 8 weeks, you will be messaging people like a freaking rock star. Okay? Now let's move on to number 2. Next thing we're going to talk about. Number 1 was rock star mindset. Number 2, those of you that follow me have heard me use this word a lot. It is be intentional. Write it down. All caps, underline, exclamation marks. Be intentional. Now, here's a quote from John Maxwell that I love. You guys know I love to quote John Maxwell. Nothing in your life will change until you change something you do daily. How many of you heard that quote before? Nothing in your life will change until you change something you do daily. Now, I want you to back up to the very, 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 very beginning of your business. For those of you that are building your business on social media like I do, when you first signed up to start doing your business, I personally signed up for the John Maxwell team 4 years ago. When I first started posting on social media, it was so awkward. It was so weird. I look back at some of my posts from 4 years ago. I'm like, what were you even doing, Josh? What were you doing? It was just like taking a selfie, like, and then saying something like, reading a John Maxwell book, period. Post. It was absolutely horrible. It was the worst in the world. It was so awkward. How many of you remember how awkward it was to start posting about your business, just to start mentioning the fact that you were doing a business? I remember recording a video for Facebook. I was like, hi, my name is Josh Coates, and I'm a member of the John Maxwell team. Today, I want to talk to you about the law of the lid. I was like a freaking radio DJ. I don't know what the heck I was doing. It was so awkward. I had no idea what I was doing. But how many of you did it over and over and over and over and over, and eventually posting on social media was just normal life? Am I right? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to recruiting, it is no different than any other skill you have ever done. It is a matter of being intentional about doing it over and over and over and over. And I've shared this analogy a million times, but the greatest lesson we have about learning came from learning how to ride a bike. You ride a bike, what happens? You just fall and fall and fall and fall until you don't fall anymore. Now, all of you, 43% of you said, you struggle with finding people and knowing what to say to them. And I'd be willing to bet that that's not your struggle at all. I'd be willing to bet that you're just scared to death to reach out and find them, and you're scared to death of what to say, and so you're not intentional about doing it. I could write you a script right now that could make you 100 sales if you would just send it to enough people. And I'd be willing to bet if you used some script, just made it up. I made up my own scripts. When I was building my business, I just made crap up. It didn't sound good. It wasn't the perfect script. It didn't matter. I knew if I sent it to enough people, someone would say yes. It's only awkward. Write this down. It's only awkward until it's not awkward anymore. It's only awkward until it's not awkward anymore. If you want to become a recruiter, you're going to have to say, I am going to post about the business opportunity at least this many times a week. In my Push Life community and in the Art of Recruiting, I make people mention their business twice a week on social media. I have it specific. I think it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays that we do it. I have an app that tells them when to actually do that. And then on Sunday nights, we do a recruiting opportunity post. So every Tuesday, we mention the business. Every Thursday, we've not in a salesy way. We just mention something about, hey, I'm working on my laptop from Starbucks today. So pumped up about the training my downline or shipping out some products today or whatever it is you're doing. It's just mentioning it, not trying to sell it. And then every Sunday night, we do a post where we invite people to join us. And it's intentional. And it's done over and over and over and over until it's no longer awkward. You should be messaging people and inviting them to the business opportunity regularly. You want to become a recruiter? Write down, okay, if I'm going to do 10 invites a day, which is what I make people do in my group, 10 invites a day, I'm going to make 4 of those for the business opportunity. Every single day, I'm just going to ask 4 people if they want to join me. How the heck do I do that? It's pretty easy. You just say to somebody, hey girl, or hey dude, or hey whatever, was thinking about you today. And I don't even know if this is something you would be interested in, but I was just thinking, you're just a positive person. You're already motivated and excited. You seem like you would be perfect for this opportunity of this thing that I'm doing. Please mention the thing you're doing. If you don't mention it, it sounds like you're trying to trick somebody. Tell them what it is you do, okay? Say I'm a Beachbody coach. Say I'm a Synergence rep. Say I'm with Modere. Say what you do, okay? And then say, I don't know if you'd be interested, but you seem like you'd be so great at it. I just wanted to reach out and see if you've ever wondered what it is that I do and if I could share it with you. If you're not interested, totally fine. No big deal. That easy. Message that to 4 people every single day. Every single day. Until it becomes your normal. One of my favorite quotes, I got this from the journal that I do. I do a self-journal every single day. It says, the ceilings we break through become the floors we walk on. The ceilings we break through become the floors we walk on. Has anyone ever talked about how hard it is to walk on a floor? No. It's only hard to walk on a ceiling. But once you break through the ceiling, in other words, once you press against it over and over and over and over and over, eventually it becomes the floor that you're just walking on. In other words, the challenges of today, if we're intentional about facing them over and over and over, just become another walk in the park down the road. Yes, it is being recorded, and everyone will be emailed the playback, I think, 2 hours after the call. So at 9:00 p.m. Central, you'll all get emailed the recording, okay? But hang with me live if you want to win prizes, because you'll only win prizes if you're on live with me, okay? All right. Next question, under intentional. I want you to ask yourself this. What are 2 things you haven't been intentional about daily that would make you a better recruiter? What are 2 things, 2 specific things you have not been intentional about that if you did them would make you a better recruiter? Okay, answer that. 2 things you are not intentional about that would make you a better recruiter. Be honest here, guys, okay? Be honest. This is where we're facing some stuff head on. We got to make changes. If we just have a good chat, if there is no homework, I just butchered my own quote. If there is no homework, we just had a good chat. Okay? What are 2 things that you need to be more intentional about? Most of you are saying posting and invites. Let's see here. Most of you inviting and posting. Follow up after the opportunity. Going live and messaging people. Going live, April. That's something we do in my group every Wednesday. Posting, interacting in my group. Convos and invites. Okay. You guys ready for number 3? Number 3 is something I'm really excited to talk to you guys about tonight. Are you ready for it? Number 3. Write it down. All caps, exclamation marks, underline. Just one single word, and that word is grit. 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 I'm so excited about this word. I'm going to type it for you. Grit. Sorry if my screen is shaking all over the place. I'm a little excited tonight, so I'm moving things around. Grit. Surveys say that over 80% of people believe that hard work is a more valuable asset than natural talent. Yet for whatever reason, we are mesmerized by naturals. Have you ever noticed when you see someone that's just freaking incredible at something, how quick we are to call them something like a genius? What does a genius mean? A genius means you were born with a special gift. Yes, I did drink Energized, Debbie. Always do before calls. A genius means you have some special gift that gives you an advantage above everyone else. Maybe you got a photographic memory, so it's easy for you. Or someone's oh man, they're just a natural. You ever said that about somebody that does something in your specific industry, or maybe someone that's a sports star, maybe someone that's a good singer, maybe someone that's good at drawing. Man, they're just such a natural. Isn't it hilarious that 80% of people, when surveyed, they were asked, if you were hiring someone for a job, would you rather hire someone that says they're a hard worker or someone that says they have natural skills? 80% of people said they'd rather hire someone who has work ethic. Above and beyond talent, 80% of people say they'd rather have someone with good work ethic. And yet, our entire society is absolutely mesmerized by people who have natural talent. Why is that? Do you know why I think it is? I think it's because we as humans, when we see someone that's really, really, really good at something, we want to give ourselves an excuse for not being as good as they are. So we start saying, man, they're just a natural leader. Well, they're just more outgoing than I am. They're more charismatic than I am. And we start taking all of these things that we aren't good at. In other words, we take the things that we don't want to work on. We take the things that we don't want to be honest about. I'm going to be super honest about something. You want to hear something super honest? I don't have six-pack abs because I don't work hard enough to have any. That's just 100% true. I don't have six-pack abs because I don't work hard enough to have them. Now, I got a lot of health and fitness coaches on here that are working their butts off that do have six-pack abs. It's not because they're more natural than me. It's not because they have some natural gift that allows them to have better abs. It's because I don't work hard enough to have them. Now, at the end of the day, do you want to know why you don't have as big of a following as other people do? Because you haven't worked as hard on having a following as them. Do you want to know why you aren't as charismatic as them? Because you haven't worked hard enough to become charismatic. Charismatic is not a natural born gift. It is something that is developed when you spend lots of time talking to lots of people. I've spent my entire life talking to lots of people to develop charisma. Instead of sitting in the corner, I went and found people, and I made myself talk to people when I didn't want to. I made myself meet new people. I made myself get on calls when I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing. I made myself. When I signed up for the John Maxwell team, I spent my entire first year struggling, failing. Big, fat failure was all I was my entire first year. I made 2 sales, maybe $500 total. I was less skilled than anyone on the team. And yet, by the time I showed up for my certification the second year, I had worked so freaking hard that I was, by that time, making $15,000 to $20,000 a month. Now, my second John Maxwell training that I showed up at, I went back as someone who was a part of the mentorship program, as someone who was serving on the Presidential Advisory Council. And by this time, I had had enough success. I don't know. I was making well beyond what I made at my first one. I'd had enough success as a speaker. I think that part of me had convinced myself that I had some really natural talent that was making me stand out. I went and I sat down at the table where we have our trainings. We have a round table, and as a part of the mentorship team, I was like overseeing a table of like 10 of us. And on the last day, all of the newbies, including everyone has to, but the newbies are doing it for the first time, have to give a presentation in front of the table. And I remember sitting there listening to people speak that were so freaking good. I mean, some of the most incredible speaking skills I have heard. I had allowed myself to be convinced that I had some type of natural skill, and maybe that's why my business was taking over. And at that moment, at that table, I realized there are 1,000 people in this room who are just as talented as I am. The only reason I have the success I have is because I had this thing called grit. When my first event didn't work out, I launched another event. When that didn't work out, I launched another event. When that didn't work out, I went to social media. When social media was hard, I just kept doing it. When one company didn't really wasn't jiving with me, I reached out to another company. I just had enough grit to use my talent to eventually have the success that I had. But at the end of the day, it wasn't that I was more talented than other people. It was that I worked harder. I used to speak on 3 to 4 team calls a week. Today alone, I had a one-on-one call followed by a 2-hour mastermind group. Right before this call, I spoke on a team call. I just worked harder than other people. If you believe in natural talent, you are lying to yourself and you are just making an excuse to keep yourself from working as hard as you need to work to have the kind of success you want to have. I've been saying this like crazy for the last, 2 to 3 months. If you believe that someone else has the ability to succeed and you don't, you are telling me you don't believe in free will. Because free will says that there is a law of sowing and reaping. There is a law of cause and effect. Free will says that me and you both have the same opportunity to wake up every single day and make a decision to work toward what we want. If I can work toward what I want and succeed, and you can't work toward what you want and succeed, there is no such thing as free will. We are all just a bunch of gerbils running on a gerbil wheel that has already been decided by someone else. And if that's the case, why are any of us trying and why do any of us care? But I personally believe we have free will. And we have the choice every single day to work towards what we want. I have a quote from the book Grit that I'm actually reading right now. It says, enthusiasm is common, but endurance is rare. Enthusiasm is common, but endurance is rare. And I want to share one little equation from this book that I absolutely love. It says talent times effort equals skill. I'm gonna put this here for you. Talent times effort equals skill. Now, this is how we develop skills, okay? When you say that someone is a natural, what you're saying is that they have a skill that you don't. But I love how she explains it in this book. She says that skill is simply someone's talent mixed with their effort. Now, some people do have more natural skills in one specific area, and it takes them less work to develop that specific skill. But having a skill itself does not make you successful, because skill times effort equals achievement. Typing it in here for you. Skill times effort equals achievement. This is why it takes some people longer to succeed than others. Because some people are a little more naturally talented when it comes to posting on social media, telling their story, taking pictures, reaching out to people. Some people have a more natural talent. But with effort, any human being can accumulate any skill or talent that they want to. It may take you longer to develop the skill, but what matters and what makes success is not the skill itself, but what you do once you attain the skill, how hard you work toward putting it into something that produces achievement. So someone on your team may be a little bit more talented when it comes to social media, but guess what? You can work really hard and become just as good. And then you can put in the work with that talent to then give you results. Will you have success as fast as everyone else? Not necessarily. Because all of us have different skill sets and different levels of those skills, but all of us can put in the energy and effort it takes to develop that skill and then use that skill with more effort to then succeed. There are a lot of people with natural skills who never put in the effort to that skill to make it successful. And I always say that hard workers will out-succeed natural-born, talented people day in and day out. Who wrote the book? The book was written by, where'd that quote go? Angela Duckworth. Okay, so next question. Next part of the workshop, and we're almost done. Hang with me for just 5 or 10 more minutes, okay? And we'll have all of our giveaways, okay? Hang with me. Next question. Have you allowed yourself to believe in talent over work ethic? Have you allowed yourself to believe in talent over work ethic? Next question is this. In what ways has your work ethic been lacking? In what specific ways has your work ethic been lacking? Tell me about it. In what specific ways has your work ethic been lacking? Write it down. Now's a moment of truth, guys. We got to be honest with ourselves. Nothing in our life is going to change until we face the truth. So right now, we're going to have a little moment of truth, okay? We're going to have a moment of truth, and then from tonight on, we're going to make a change. We're going to change that. Everything you're writing down, we're going to change it tonight, starting tonight. 4, last thing, we're almost done. We're almost done with the workshop, and then we'll get to the giveaways, okay? We got 5 Let's Puke Together tanks that we're going to give away tonight, and we are going to give away 5 free training groups. 5 people are going to win a totally free on me training group, okay? Last thing, number 4. If you want to become a recruiter, if you want to if you want to blow the world up, if you want to take over and absolutely dominate, you ready for it? All caps, underline it, exclamation mark. The word is environment. Write it down. Environment. Environment. Why aren't you typing? Come on. There we go. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Environment. During the civil rights movement, they were trying to rally people from the North to go to the South to basically go around and help African Americans get registered to vote. See, when they passed the law to allow all African Americans to actually vote, what was happening was not all of the, but a lot of the white people who were against this in the South were basically teaming up and creating kind of like basically bullying people at the polls to keep them from getting in and voting. So they rallied a whole bunch of people, volunteers from the North, to go to the South that were going to basically go around and escort African Americans to the poll to help them get in to actually vote. Here's what happened. A couple weeks before this little, movement thing that they were going to do, a couple weeks before, there was a huge, big time, basically violent breakout that happened with a couple of the people that were coming south to help out. Because of this, there was a huge scare. And 300 of the 1,000 people that were supposed to volunteer to come down and help out ended up backing out. 300 of them backed out. Years later, they went back to try to research. Why is it that those 300 people backed out? Was it maybe because their religious beliefs? Was it maybe because of their background? What was it about these 300 people? Was it maybe that those 300 people weren't as driven? They weren't as motivated kind of people. The only thing they could find when they went to do their research, the only thing they could find that they all had in common, the 300 people that got left behind, that refused to go because they got scared because of the violence, was because those 300 people came from an environment that wasn't as strongly in support of African Americans voting. In other words, when these 300 people decided they didn't want to go volunteer their time, there was no one to say, "Are you kidding me? You already made a commitment. You're not going to keep up with it. You're not going to actually stick to your commitment." In other words, the people who went and stuck to their commitments were the kind of people who lived in an environment where their community was behind them, their community was excited about it, their community wanted them to go and was so passionate about supporting them and helping them to go, there's no way in the world they would have ever said, "Hey, sorry, I changed my mind and decided to back out." What I'm saying is that the environment you're planted in has the ability to either encourage you and surround you with support and have your back and push you in the direction that you said you wanted to go in, or you can put yourself in a neutral environment where nobody cares, nobody holds you accountable, nobody tries to help you when you say you have goals, whatever. The number one most powerful thing in your business and in your life is going to come down to this: peer pressure. Do you put yourself in an environment that pushes you out of your comfort zone, that when you commit to doing something, they rally behind, push you forward, and help you to do it? Guys, environment is so powerful that it has the ability to push you into success or hold you back in fear and oppression. That was the reason I signed up for the John Maxwell team. I saw with the John Maxwell team, there was an environment that I could get plugged into that would help me to grow, that would put me in an opportunity to help me push me forward. When I wanted to back out, they would push me forward. So here's the thing, guys. If you really, really, really want to punch this thing in the face, it takes work. It 100% takes work to push through. Like I talked about, you have to be intentional. You're not going to become a recruiter overnight. You have to be intentional about facing your fears over and over and over and over. The post can't be on IG stories because my assistant doesn't have a way to check those, okay? You got to post it on your actual page. If you want to push through your fears, if you want to push through your ceilings and make them your new floors, it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take commitment, and it's going to take putting yourself into an environment that pushes you forward into not giving up. And that right there, guys, is why I have spent the last 3 years creating groups and environments for people to help give them the support they need to push forward. I've been mentioning my groups a couple times in this call. And I have a group called the Push Life Community where we show up every single day and we put in the work that it takes. Here's what I realized though, is in the Push Life Community, I have a ton of people who have never been through my training, which is called The Art of Recruiting. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. I stopped pushing The Art of Recruiting a couple months ago when I launched the Push Life Community, not realizing how many of people have never, ever done The Art of Recruiting. On top of that, when I launched The Art of Recruiting, I was mostly working with Beachbody coaches. And so it was launched mostly for Beachbody. But now I got the Senna Sisters rocking with me. I got Modera Peeps rocking with me. I got several other companies that are getting involved. And I've got tons of new Beachbody coaches coming in that never did my Art of Recruiting. So what I'm doing is I'm completely relaunching The Art of Recruiting, and it's going to be for all companies. If you're in any multi-level marketing company, it is going to be for everybody. It's going to be a brand new Art of Recruiting training. And here's what it's going to do, guys. It is going to give you an entire business makeover. How many of you say, Josh, I would love, love, love to just know what is it that all of the successful people in my company do on a daily basis? I just want to know. If I could just see exactly what it is they do day in and day out, I would love to just duplicate that. I'll do what you tell me to do. I just need to know what to do. And that is exactly what The Art of Recruiting does. I created an entire business strategy with The Art of Recruiting that gives you all of the how-tos you need to know how to do. I'm going to teach you how to post on social media for engagement without being weird and salesy. I'm going to teach you how to start new conversations with people. I'm going to teach you how to transition those conversations into invites. I'm going to teach you how to follow up with people. I'm going to teach you how to track your business so that you don't lose track of everything you've got going on and let people fall through the cracks. I'm going to teach you how to do affirmations. I'm actually going to do a video on affirmations, which I've never done before. I'm doing it in the Push Life community this month. I'm going to add that to The Art of Recruiting. I'm going to teach you all of the things you need to know about growing your business from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, which you're not going to be working from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. But what I'm saying is I'm going to teach you full-blown how to run your business every single step of the way, including some bonus stuff that I like to teach, like Facebook ads. My homegirl, Wendy Armstrong, who is a Synergence lady, straight up took my Facebook ads training and went from recruiting 2 people a month to recruiting 15 people this last month. Facebook ads is going to be mixed in. I'm going to teach you how to make over your entire business. And here's how we do it. Next week, I'm going to do a couple live workshops. Okay. In the art of recruiting, I'm going to give you the modules that I created for the creating your push life, which is urgency, focus, which is how to write your life mission, how to write your life vision. These are the basics of everything I teach about creating urgency, about let's puke together. Okay. Then on Wednesday, next Wednesday, I'm going to do a live workshop. You can all hop on with me live, and I'm going to walk through as many modules as I can, from the posting on social media to the conversations to the invites to the follows. I'm going to do as many of those modules as I can. What we don't get finished on Wednesday, I will finish next Saturday, but we're going to go through all of it live together. Okay. The other thing is you'll have access to my app. In my app, guys, the app is the game changer. In the app, I take everything that you should be doing on a daily basis. And in the app, you literally just log in. You go to, what is today? Thursday? If it's Thursday, you click on Thursday and it tells you exactly what you're supposed to do on that day, including what you're supposed to post on social media. I'm going to literally tell you every single day what you're supposed to do. The only way to get access to that app is if you sign up for the training, okay? You're going to know exactly what to do every single day. You get done with the app, you're done with your business. You log in, you do your crap, you're done. It's over. You're also going to get access to a Facebook group where we're going to have daily check-ins to keep you motivated, to keep the community going, keep you engaged through the group. It's a 4-week group to help you make over your entire business, okay? The other thing is that in this group, we're going to have daily check-ins. We're going to keep you engaged. We're going to keep you on track. Every single month, I usually have some type of a rock star that I call out for whoever has the biggest business transformation. How many of you say, Josh, if you told me everything to do, you taught me how to do it, and then gave me an app where I could just check it off every single day and know that I'm doing the right things? I feel like 1, I'd be more intentional. 2, I'd be more focused. 3, I'd be more successful. Say something over here in the comments. Say something over here in the comments. Say, Josh, I want to be a rock star, but tell me how, show me how, hold me accountable to doing it. If that's you, drop me a comment. Got lots of people. This is what you want. Okay, good. Then I made the right training. I'm glad. So here's what you can do. If you want to sign up, okay, this group, it does cost money. It's not a free group, okay? It's 4 weeks of training. We throw you in a Facebook group. We throw you in an app. It's a lot of work on our part. Plus, it's probably going to take me six-ish hours to record all the content. So you're going to have 6 hours worth of content, okay? The cost is going to be $249 for this group, with 25 of that going to what we call a health bet pot. Now, a health bet pot is where we take a certain amount of money from everyone that purchases and we put it in a pool. And as long as you do at least 85% of all of the activities we told you to do, you're going to get a split of the pot. So for $249, 25 of that goes to the health bet pot that you have an opportunity to win back at the end of the month. Usually, if you do the things you're supposed to do, usually you win back double what you put in. So usually if you put in 25, which is what I will be putting in for each of you, it applies. Yes, it's for all companies, Shannon. This is for all companies, okay? Any company that you're in, this art of recruiting is for you, okay? If you put in 25 bucks, which is what everyone will go in out of your 249, at the end of the month, you win some of it back, okay? However, because this is a new launch, even though I've technically had the art of recruiting before, I'm kind of redoing it. For this weekend only, it's going to be $199 instead of $249. So I'm going to give you 50 bucks off, okay? But 25 of that is still going to go to the health bet app, to the health bet, okay? So it's $199 this weekend. Now, here's the other thing that I'm going to do for you guys for a special, because I always do cool stuff for my webinar people, okay? If you sign up tonight, I'm going to throw in a free Let's Puke Together tank top. If you sign up tonight, you get a free tank top, Let's Puke Together. And I'm also going to give you access to the live calls that I do in the Push Life community this next month, okay? Renee, if you're already in the Push Life community, I have a special deal for you guys. Don't go purchase tonight, okay? If you're already in the Push Life community, if you're already there, I have a special deal for you guys that I'll post about in the page. You don't need to go sign up tonight, okay? So you're all going to get a free tank top tonight if you sign up. The other thing is you're going to get access to the Push Life calls that I do this next month. So you're going to get basically 3 live calls that are a bonus. And something really cool that I'm going to do that I'm super excited about is I know that tons of people are always wanting one-on-one calls. The thing is, I don't take on a lot of one-on-ones. That takes of time and energy and effort. So here's what I'm going to allow you to do. The first 10 people that sign up tonight, I'm going to allow you to purchase a one-on-one session with me at half price. Now, usually my one-on-one sessions are $500 a session. That's what people pay me to work with me one-on-one. In a one-on-one session, I'm going to walk you through my breakdown session. We go over your fears. We go over your limiting beliefs. We go over things that you need to specifically work on in your business. You have the opportunity to pick my brain about your social media, about any struggles that you're having in your business, anything that you're going through, okay? The first 10 people that sign up tonight, we are going to email you tomorrow, and we are going to give you an opportunity to upgrade your package to include a one-on-one session, and we're going to give you 50% off. So basically for an extra $249, if you'd like to, you don't have to. You don't have to, okay? But if you're one of the first 10 to buy tonight, we're going to give you an opportunity to upgrade and get that one-on-one. It'll be a 1-hour one-on-one with me. You can pick my brain about anything that you want, but I also want to walk you through some specific things to help you get rolling, okay? If you want to sign up, whether you want the one-on-one or not, you don't have to do the one-on-one. That's going to be an extra thing that we're going to allow you to do. It should be loading right now. You can go click there on the Art of Recruiting to sign up. Can everybody see that? Can everybody see the link for the Art of Recruiting over in the chat? It should be over in your box. It doesn't show on mine. I just display it. Can you guys see it? Let me know if you can see that. Let me know if you can see it. Okay, perfect. If you go click on that, everyone that purchases tonight is going to get a free Let's Puke Together tank top, okay? Or if you'd like, we also have Arrogant as a Rock Star t-shirts. If you prefer Arrogant as a Rock Star, you can grab one of those too. I think we have plenty of those as well, okay? By tonight, you're going to get one of those for free. And then first 10 people are going to get an opportunity to upgrade to a one-on-one call. You'll get half off the one-on-one call. I can't do that for everybody because I just don't have enough time, okay? And then, of course, you'll get, as I said, you'll get access to the Push Life calls as well. Okay, sound good? Any questions? You can go at the website. You can email us through the website if you have any questions. Of course, if you've already thought of a question, you can ask me right here. Is this for month of March only? Yeah, so it's a 4-week training, Jennifer. Good question. It's a 4-week training. So if you sign up, we're going to get started on Monday, okay? This weekend, you will get access to the Creating Your Push Life modules. We will start the app on Monday. All right, cool. Julie just purchased. Beautiful. Yeah, if you go purchase right now, holler over here in the comments. Let us know. Let us know that you went and snagged a spot, okay? We'll get started in the app on Monday. We'll have an explanation and description of the app on Monday so that you'll have an idea of what to do. On Wednesday, we'll start the big, long workshop where I'm going to teach you everything. And then on Saturday, we'll do a follow-up. The one-on-one is 1 hour long. It's 1 hour long. Is this new group very similar? Oh, crap. Is this new group similar to the original Art of Recruiting? Maynaz, that depends on when you did it. If you did the Art of Recruiting in the second half of 2017, it is the same, okay? If you did it in 2016, it's changed a lot since then, okay? But if it's one that you did in 2017, if you've already done that, for anyone that's on the call, you say, Josh, I've already done the Art of Recruiting, but I still need help. That's why I created the Push Life community. If you go, excuse me, I apologize. My Energize getting me there. If you go to joshuacoates.com, Anyone who's already done the art of recruiting, you say, Josh, I've already learned all the how-tos. I just need someone to hold me accountable to keep doing those things. As I said in the art of recruiting, give me 30 days and I can change your habits. But the only way I can change your life is to continue your habits. So if you need help continuing your habits, go to joshuacoates.com, sign up for the Push Life community, and we're going to help you keep rocking by the art of recruiting activities over and over and over and over. Do you take PayPal? Yes, actually, our website does take PayPal. Okay. Jennifer is in. Beautiful. You do not have to use PayPal. If the website isn't allowing you to use anything other than PayPal, you can shoot us an email through the website. We can send you an invoice that you can use your credit card with. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to get through these questions. Sorry, guys. We will get to the giveaways. I just want to get through these questions real quick. You friended me after last training, and Facebook said, no, you are full. That's awesome. If it's linked to your hubby's account, just make sure and check your, we will email you to whatever PayPal account you sign up with. Okay. So if you sign up, whatever PayPal account you use, please make sure and go check the email for that PayPal for your confirmation. Is this similar to what you did, the Dream Team in February? So this is actually not really at all the same thing I did for the Dream Team. The Dream Team was just a push. It was a push that included in recruiting. But in the Dream Team, I did basically 4 hours worth of content. The art of recruiting comes with like 8 to 10 hours worth of content. Okay. So, the Dream Team push group that I did was not really how-tos. It was more of my philosophy. It's kind of like the Push Life philosophy, but the art of recruiting is a much more in-depth, exactly how to do conversations, exactly how to be posting, exactly how to do invites. Okay, like I said, it's basically an entire full-blown business makeover. Okay, I do not take Venmo. That is something I don't take. How do I do the one-on-one call? If you're one of the first 10 people, Misty, you'll get an email tomorrow. We'll give you the option. Okay. How long are the seminars? Well, on Wednesday, we're doing a workshop and we're basically just going to record it until we're done. Okay. We'll go no longer than 4 hours on Wednesday, and what we don't complete, we'll finish on Saturday. Okay. How much is just the push group? The Push Life community is $100 a month. $100 a month. Okay. If you want to use your credit card, not PayPal, please shoot us an email through the website. We will get you an invoice sent over. Okay. It's only showing the PayPal option. Yeah, that's fine. You can totally email us and we will shoot you an invoice to pay with. It doesn't ask. Jill, we will email you about the tank tops, okay? My assistant will email everyone that signs up tonight to ask you about your address, about which tank top you want, and about what shirt size you are, okay? Curious about the brand of your guitar. Chilling there. Which one? This one right here is a Fender Telecaster with P90s. It's got an F-hole here. I love, love, love this guitar. It is the same one that the lead singer of Jimmy Eat World plays. Love that guitar. This one is an old vintage one that I can't even play because it's left-handed, but it just looks pretty and I wanted to have it. Super random. Okay. I'm sorry, Christina. I'm sorry. Jesse, we do not do payment plans. I apologize. Is everything recorded? Yes, everything is recorded, Lauren. Everything is recorded, and you will have lifetime access to the recordings in the art of recruiting. If you do the art of recruiting, everything gets recorded. You have lifetime access to those recordings, okay? Okay. Whew. This will be offered every single month, Jennifer, okay? I want to get to these giveaways. I know we're going to have more questions. Jay Ring, who is my assistant, is in here, can help me out with questions. It is a fake brick wall. That's totally fake, but I like it. I want to get to these giveaways because I know some of you have families to get back to, and I don't want to take up everyone's time waiting for this. So here's the deal. Winners, what exactly are your payment methods accepted? I believe on the website, Rachel, I believe on the website it's just PayPal because that's the easiest thing for us. But if you need to do a credit card, like I said, you can email us and we will send you an invoice through PayPal that allows you to pay with any type of credit card, okay? Here's the people who won tonight. Woo, I'm getting winded. I need a drink. 5 people who won tank tops, your choice of a Let's Puke Together tank top or Arrogant as a Rockstar t-shirt for as long as those supplies last. Winners. Number 1, Christy Salcedo. 2, Leah Johnson. Debbie Salveson. Janice Rector-Gerard, and Courtney Weiss. Let me say those again. 5 people who won t-shirts. Christy Salcedo, Leah Johnson, Debbie Salveson, Janice Rector-Gerard, and Courtney Weiss. You all won a t-shirt. Here's what we need you to do. Need you to go to joshuacoates.com, and I need you to email us using the contact on the website. Email us. We need your address, of course. And we need what size of shirts you are in women's and unisex. Okay? Give us your women's size and your unisex, because some of the shirts are women's, some of them are unisex. And then please let us know if you would like Let's Puke Together or Arrogant as a Rockstar. Now, the Arrogant as a Rockstar are as supplies last. I don't think we have quite as many of those. Okay? 5 group winners. You are going to win a free spot in any website. You can go to the website and you've got the Push Life community in there. You can do that for 1 month, or you can do the Art of Recruiting. You can do the Art of Leading. You can get my Facebook ads modules. You can pick anything on there. Okay. And the group winners are Tasha Evans, Ashley Sekja. I apologize if I said that wrong. Amanda Garner, Shannon Dicker, Nicole Grime. 5 group winners. Please, please, please email us through the website, joshuacoates.com, to let us know which website you would, or which training you'd like to be a part of. Tasha Evans, Ashley Secca, Amanda Garner, Shannon Dicker, Nicole Grime. Okay? Those are the winners. If you have any Trixies in the Art of Recruiting, awesome. Ready to rock with you, girl. Ready to rock with you. If you have any questions, please do me a huge favor. Email us through the website. We'll get you taken care of. If you need to pay with something other than PayPal, totally fine. We will get you taken care of. As long as you email us tonight, we'll still give you any of the promotions that we offered tonight. So even if we don't get back to your email till tomorrow, as long as you emailed asking for an invoice tonight, we'll still go ahead and throw in the free t-shirt. Okay. I pronounced your name right. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Jay Ring's giving you guys the email right there. You can email us at legacyleadershiptulsa@gmail.com. Guys, I want to take a quick little picture right here. I'm going to take a picture. That's for my Insta stories. Guys, before we go tonight, whether you signed up for my trainings or didn't, I want you to know I love you. I believe in you so, so much. You are a freaking rock star. You have everything you need to succeed living on the inside. If no one has told you this today, I want you to know I believe in you. I care about you. I love you. And I know that your dreams are worth all of the work it's going to take. It's going to take work. It doesn't happen easy, and it doesn't happen overnight. But whatever it is you want in life, whatever it is you want, I promise you the work is worth it. I promise you, you have what it takes. You are an unstoppable force. You have unlimited potential. You have unlimited creativity. You were born for greatness. I love you guys so much. Make sure and follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, always popping out great stuff on there. I love you guys so much. Have an awesome night. Hope to see all of you soon in my groups, on social media, somewhere out there. Love you guys. Good night.